So, quick intro. I was planning on doing something else for reaching 600 subscribers, but because I lost my monetization, that's kind of throwing a monkey wrench in that plan for now. So the review that I had planned to do when I reach 600 subscribers is now put on hold until I get back into the partnership program. Yeah. But but I do have some other games I've been meaning to cover. So, why don't we go ahead and cover one of them right now? Oh, and I hope you like the new intro here. Enjoy!
Erase the deception, learn how to bend your worst inhibitions, then psych you out in the end.
Okay, this game is an interesting one. It acts as more of a front end for playing emulators, but the way it's done is very good. It makes you feel immersed, has so much to do, and sorts of interesting secrets. It's also VR compatible, but you can play it without a VR headset. It's New Retro Arcade Neon. New Retro Arcade Neon is a virtual front end that is designed like an 80s/90s crib that has support for arcade games, cartridge games, music, and movies. You also have some other oddities like skee ball, basketball, whack-a-mole, a punching machine, air hockey, and bowling. The first part I mentioned that the media must be plugged in by a user though. You are given a tool that allows you to set the emulator core, ROM, screen image, marquee artwork, and side artwork. Cartridge artwork if using a cartridge. The community has made artwork for real games, and it looks pretty good. You also use names and files for tapes and VHS cassettes. The tool itself is easy to use, and the game supports all major file formats, so you can easily plug in whatever you want if you already have it on your hard drive. The cabinets also can have custom button layouts. None of the default button layouts are that good, but a fan-made layout generator exists, so you can make custom button layouts if you choose. Speaking of layouts, the general amount of arcade machines are locked to a certain number, 28. You can't remove or spawn additional cabinets, though with the new builder, you can choose the type of cabinets you want in place, whereas in the previous version, you couldn't do that. There are three types of cabinets: regular, special, and light gun. Regular is just for normal arcade games, special are for games like Pac-Man, and light gun is, well, for light gun games like Area 51 and Maximum Force. Despite this, there are still a lot of possibilities for whatever you want. If you can make it an arcade cabinet, do it in game. No two layouts will be the same. And regardless of your layout, it always has a nice look to it because the graphics are pretty good. Everything is crisp, smooth, and perfectly emulates the vibe the developers were going for. The controls work pretty well. It's easy to navigate the arcade, and you can use a controller if you want, which is nice. In fact, you can use them simultaneously. Use the controller to navigate and the keyboard to play the games, or vice versa. It's pretty cool. Sound is also pretty good. All sounds pretty much sound like what you would expect for an arcade. All other sounds are pretty good. And you got that fade effect when you walk away from some machines with the attract sound, and vice versa, like fade in when you go near them. It's the little details like this that make visiting the game in arcade that's in game all the more fun. There's also multiplayer, but not a lot of people play, and the one session I did find, the jerk kicked me. He didn't even ask me to politely leave. I hate that. Still, it's nice that it's there. Up to 6 people can play at once. They can't play the actual machines, you know, the arcade games. It will load up the machines they have on their end, but you won't see them, and vice versa. But you can play the oddities together. I'm sure some of you guys used to do that back in the day. New Retro Arcade Neon is so cool. It recreates the experience of having your own personal arcade. It recreates the feeling perfectly, looks great, sounds authentic, is easy to control and set up, and you can mess around with other stuff on top of arcade machines. However, you can't adjust the default arcade layout, you can't pick up everything and move it, none of the default layouts are that good, button layouts, and because it's a front end, you must get the ROMs yourself. But that's expected of all front ends, whether you're using this, or Anarchy Arcade, or Hyperspin, or anything like that. Yeah. Despite this, it's a really cool experience. I don't have a VR headset, so I can't test that, but I'm sure it's just as good as if you don't play it in VR. If building a virtual arcade to walk around in sounds appealing to you, then definitely buy New Retro Arcade Neon. I give New Retro Arcade Neon a 4.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to click the big red button below to subscribe. To help support the channel and get certain rewards, visit my Patreon, click the icon or the link in the description box below. And to see more content like this, click the playlist on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.